I feel like I'm going nowhere. Things are going around me.
My name's Jeff Finley. I'm going to be talking about a tutorial that I did on how to create an occult-looking logo and for my band Campfire Conspiracy. And so I'm in this new band. It's a pop punk band.
I keep trying. I'm going nowhere. Walls keep going around me.
And I was struggling to come up with an idea for our logo. I knew I wanted to have a campfire or something in there, but all I was thinking of was kind of like boring, cliche, kind of Boy Scout or something like, I don't know what I was, like hot water music. That's the logo that kept popping into my mind. So I just posted on Facebook, I said, what kind of logo do you guys think of when you think of a band named Campfire Conspiracy? A buddy of mine, Jason Karn, who's actually one of the featured designers at WMC Fest this year, he just sent me a link on Facebook and he's like, something like this. And it was like this esoteric looking symbol that was really abstract and thin lines. And I was like, that's perfect. That's like totally what I want. Except the problem was it looked pretty metal and we were kind of a pop punk band. And so my challenge was, well, how do I approach this in a way that's not going to look metal and but still also retains that sort of occult symbolism. Actually, before I started sketching, I just dove into Google Images and Pinterest for what were occult logos. What did they look like? Well, once I started diving in, I started getting really engrossed in sort of the culture and all of the symbolism that kind of goes into it with like Freemasons and like the like Ouija boards and Satan and all sorts of stuff. And I was like diving totally deep into the rabbit hole. Well, I posted like a screenshot of all these sketches laid out. And then I just posted it up on Dribbble. I'm like, what do you guys think works? And people were all like, oh, the top one on the left on the second row and the third column. And it was really funny to kind of pick it out, but that's when people were really giving me a lot of feedback. I can kind of tell the direction they were going. They were starting to see, they really liked the all-seeing eye and this tent concept. Some of the ones that they liked, I can tell that the fans liked ones that were more detailed. But then I knew that from creating a logo, it can't be that detailed. Like, I don't want to include every aspect of a campfire and a conspiracy and that you can possibly include in there. You don't need all that stuff. What's the least amount of graphics I can have to convey the message? And then I'm still using like the typefaces that I think work well for Campfire Conspiracy. It's like this fell type typeface that I like to use. It's kind of old world book serif. And it's really cool, and I put like, which one do you prefer? And I put them in black circles with like a gray logo. I felt like this was, so not only was I asking for feedback, I was kind of creating a design, And so people were like, I see 5 different album covers right there. And so people were starting to get ideas about what this band actually is before they even heard any of our music. This is a stencil that I had created. Just the circle, the all-seeing eye with a like a sort of a burst that looks like a campfire, and then like an X, which is sticks or something like that, but it's kind of just iconic and graphic, very simple form. Our intention was to create a mark that could be seen that says Campfire Conspiracy without really reading any type, but then still abstract enough for people to be like, what the heck is that when they see it? They don't know exactly what it is. So I think with the fans voting, it ended up being a nice collaborative process that got us to this point. Keeping it one color, you have so much freedom, and then of course your shirts are super cheap. Everything that you make is going to be cheap as possible because it's just one color. Any color shirt you want, any color style or brand that you want, depending on, for us, we're a pop punk band, of course we're going to have black shirts, but maybe we can experiment with having red shirts and green shirts and blue shirts. Jakprints has got them all. Jakprints can give you like any type of shirt that you want, from American Apparel to alternative apparel to, well, canvas is all hot now, and next level apparel too. So, and I came to Jakprints for getting some t-shirts made because you guys are my favorite t-shirt printers. So, of course, who else am I going to call for that? I'm really excited to see how the shirts turn out. I haven't seen them yet, but I know they're going to be good. So.